Yes, Raghunath, describe about your district Osmanabad in Maharashtra.
Sir, my name is Bhagat. Uh, you're saying Raghunath. Sir, I am from Osmanabad, which is famous for Tulsa Bhavani temple. Then it has a fort at Naldurg, that is Naldurg Fort. Then Paranda Fort. It has climate of rain shadow region. The monsoon in the month of June to September, which is in the range of 100 to 110 centimeter per year, and it is Usmanabad is mainly agrarian economy, and mostly the crops like millet, then cotton, then also some oilseed crops like soybean, groundnut, etc. are cultivated. And literacy of Usmanabad is 74%. The sex ratio is 929. Uh, and recently, the Usmanabad city has been named as Dharasiv after the Dharasur Mardini, which was long-standing demand by the local people.
Um, Osmanabad district is bounded by which district in north, south, east, and west?
Sir, in south, it is bound by Karnataka state, and in west, it is bound by Solapur. On northern side, Bid, and northwestern side, Ahmednagar district, and eastern side, it is Latur district, sir.
Okay, okay, good. Have you been to Latur?
Yes, sir. I have completed my plus two from Latur. That is Mahatma Basishwar Junior College, Latur.
Okay. There was earthquake long back in Latur. Can you tell us something about that?
Yes, sir. It was in 30th September 1993, the earthquake at Killari, and the geologists argue that it was because of local fault at Killari, and it caused death in the range of 10 to 11,000, and it also caused huge damage to property, lives, and everything, sir.
Okay, okay. What are the problems of the farmers from Bid districts?
Sir, they are mostly landless laborers, and recently there has been uh, distress because of agriculture crop failures, lack of irrigation facilities, and so on. And in recent times, there has been increasing tendency of rising unseasonal rainfall, heat wave, etc., which ultimately causing the loss of crops and livelihood to the farmers. And the the landless laborers which go for sugarcane harvesting in western Maharashtra and in southern states like Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana.
Okay. So you graduated in 2015 and it is 2023. 8 years have gone by. So what you have been doing for the last 8 years?
Sir, I have been preparing for various competitive examination, and I have appeared at various stages and could not clear the final hurdle. And because of that, I was in continuous in the engagement in examination. I was it took me more years, and simultaneously, I was also preparing for uh, other examinations like a state PSC, then the staff selection commission combined graduate level examination, where I have appeared final stages 3 times.
Is it a good approach that we keep on preparing for the competitive exam and we should not get the job based on our degree?
Sir, I think it is a matter of choice, and yes, definitely there is some gap between the employability of the engineers we produce, and because of that, there is no proper employment for the engineers. for their skills, as the employability of the engineers is that much not that much good, which is required at the industry level. And for that, sir, AICT can do some work for upgradation of syllabus and having industry connect with respect to college and regular upgradation of curricula. And one more thing, sir, that there should be some internship in industry, so as to have some uh, actual skill set required in industry, which can be learned by these candidates.
You had some kind of program in the robotics also. Can you narrate your experience?
Yes, sir. I was organizer of a socio-robotic event in college, which was mainly to have awareness about how the robots can be used in day-to-day life for easing our daily life. For example, one can have the robot for carrying its weight, and in also we have some, in case of disaster, we can use the robots. And in army, there has been some uh, consideration about the robo mule, which can carry weight of the armed personnel. Likewise, that, sir, this program was also similar to that. We arrange some disaster related things, and ask student about what kind of probable solution can a robot provide in that event.
Is there any industry in the country which is manufacturing robots, or it is something in the pipeline?
Sir, I am not sure about the industry name, but uh, uh, I can. Uh, sorry, sir, not aware about the name. I will read about it.
Okay, okay. In America, there are industries, those who are preparing robots, and they are being utilized for delivering of food, delivering of medicines, and they are going from place A to place B. So they have got developed robotics, whereas we are lacking. Why?
Yes, sir. Sir, in Western countries like America, they have big players like private players like Amazon, then the SpaceX, which is of the Elon Musk. So they have private and public competition with respect to development. And in west, they have more research and development expenditure with respect to GDP as compared to India, as we are spending just 0.6% of GDP on research and development, which should be increased. And because of that, such a low amount of expenditure on research and development, we are lagging with respect to the robotics and the unmanned air vehicle and drones, etc. Sir, as we are in the surrounded by two enemy neighbors, that is Pakistan and China, and China currently posing a serious threat. So we have to be more prepared with respect to technology, that is robotics, artificial intelligence, and everything, sir. And for that, we have to have uh, private as well as public competition and collaboration with respect to defense development, and also uh, in the field of robotics, so as to have some cutting edge with respect to these techniques, sir.
Good. Why you want to become officer in the CAPF?
Sir, I have attraction for the uniform, and because of, and CFA provides me an great opportunity to be in uniform forces. And as the CFF has diverse work culture from north to south and east to west, it covers so much area, and it has a unique way of working, that of it is sometime in employed in, or say it is deputed in election duties, some in left-wing extremism area in Jammu and Kashmir, to fight militancy in, and in northern border, to prevent the Chinese incursion into the boundary, and in western and eastern side, they it can guard the border.
Okay. Who is the source of inspiration in your family? Who is the motivation? or motivator so that you are joining the CAPF?
Sir, my mother motivates me to join the uniform forces. Forces. She said that you have to do something for the nation, and I also believe that I have to do something for the nation. As one of my maternal uncle is also in army, so it motivates me
Okay.
to join uniform forces.
Supposing you get SSB, how will you translate your engineering degree into practical job in SSB?
Sir, there can be two things. One is direct application of my degree knowledge, and another is indirect application of my knowledge. In direct knowledge, sir, every force has like SSB also has engineering directorate where engineers have been employed. So has to have some solutions to the recurring problems. And in case of indirect approaches, sir, whatever I have learned, like observation, using resources judiciously, then uh, course correction, and also some research and uh, analysis with respect to my action, and course correction with respect to my day-to-day duty. So that this can be done.
Okay. You have graduated in which degree?
Sir, mechanical engineering.
Mechanical engineering. Okay.
Yes,
So
yes, sir.
mechanical engineering can be translated into automobile vehicles also.
Yes, sir. Automobile is one of the. It was one of the subject for us during our graduation.
So you will be getting lot of vehicles. If you join any of the organization, in your battalion there will be 100 vehicles, and you can easily control all the vehicles.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What are your hobbies?
Sir, my hobbies are cooking, watching short films, and trekking.
Okay. So Bhagwat, can you tell us a few short movies which you like most?
Sir, one is Pistolya. It is Marathi short film by Nagaraj Manjule. Then another is sir Alu Paratha. Then another is Biscuit. Sir. These are two three film I can mention about
They are all
which
Marathi.
I like those. No, sir. Only Pistole is the Marathi film, and all others the mentioned that is Alu Paratha, the Biscuit, and these two are Hindi in Hindi language.
Okay, Hindi movie. So what is the basic difference
Yes,
between the movie which we see for 3 hours and short movie?
sir. Basic difference is in short films the duration is up to 5 to 40 minutes, and in normal movie it is up to 3 hours. Recently, it is has been reduced, and in case of short film, uh, it is really challenging job to give a message or say present one's idea within the span of say 15 to 30 minutes.
Okay. Supposing you want to make a movie about yourself of 30 minutes. So what part of your life so far will you like to include in those 30 minutes?
Uh, Sir, from I would include from first 5 minutes to my childhood, that is in which I have spent in my village, and then after that 2 to 3 minutes for my plus two, that is I have spent in Latur district, and then after that, sir, I will focus on rest of the 18 to 20 minutes mainly on my graduation and the preparation, my preparation phase, how I have changed as a person from being a layman or say from being a normal citizen to a more aware and a concerned citizen with respect to nation security.
Okay. So how will you depict your struggle for last 8 years in order to get a class 1 job?
Sir, as a aspirant, I will depict myself as a dedicated, hardworking, and self-motivated person, which is who is trying for uniform forces, and at the end, yeah, I will be getting into uniform forces, sir.
Okay, fine, good. What is your father doing?
Sir, he is a teacher currently as a headmaster in Jilla Parishad primary schools.
What subject he is teaching in the school?
Sir, as he is promoted to headmaster, so currently he has no subject. But earlier he used to teach English language, sir.
Okay, good. Okay. Kindly narrate the problem of Rongias, which is in relation to the Myanmar.
Sir, in recent time, the Myanmar military has overthrown. Sorry, sir. I would like to reframe. In recent time, there has been instances of communal violence, which has been against the Rohingya Muslim by the Buddhist majority, and because of that communal cleansing, these people are migrating to neighboring countries like India, Bangladesh, and through illegal routes. And many of the time, when crossing the border or through sea or say through river, the boat has been capsized, and there has been many instances of loss of life of these people. And there has been illegal migration from Bangladesh to India, which is causing serious challenges for managing the border. And there has been some report that it might be challenging for India's internal security, as these people can be used by terrorist organization through social media for radicalization, and which can be used to cause security threats to India. And also it can be a battleground, or say uh, these people can be used to cause terror attacks at in anywhere in the world. Because of that, it is
Why
really
Myanmar
concerning.
army was after Rongias? What is the historical background?
Sir, I am not sure about it, but may I guess?
Yes.
Sir, it is might be because of the religious conflict, the Buddhist majority and the Muslim minority communities.
So, uh, what is the provocation? What is the provocation?
Sorry, sir, I am not aware about it. I will read afterwards.
Okay, okay. Bangladesh has settled these Rongias in one of the island. Can you name them?
Sorry, sir. Right now, I'm not able to recollect the names of this island.
Okay. What is Armed Force Special Power Act?
Sir, the Armed Force Special Power Act, which gives the power to the armed personnel in case of managing the disturbed area, in case of internal disturbance, communal violence, and everything, so as to have proper law and order situation in place. Through this law, sir, search and searching the premises, destroying weapons if any, then arrest without warrant. These are the things which has been given to the armed personnel. And one of the most contested that point is that these armed personnel cannot be prosecuted for the act done by them under the APSPA Act. And for their prosecution, the central government's permission is required. And
Okay,
because of
good.
that, it gives immunity to the armed personnel.
Okay, in one of the districts of Nagaland, that is Mon,
Yes, sir.
personnel they killed so-called militants who turned out to be civilian later on. So what is the conflict now between the army and the civil government?
Sir, in recent time, because of such incidences, as happened in earlier also in Manipur also, uh, the people are arguing that APSPA should be revoked immediately, as the Mon district, the incidents of killing in Mon, which showed that it was uh, the people were not insurgents, but it was a failure of intelligence. And because of that, there has been gain in momentum with respect to revoking of APSPA. And recently, Ministry of Home Affairs also issued notification that APSA has been reduced in area in northeastern states, namely Nagaland, Manipur, and Assam.
Okay, good. One of the ship which starts its journey from Varanasi and reaches in Guwahati in the waterways that is traversing the Ganga. Can you negotiate the map how it has reached Guwahati?
Sir, it started from river Ganga through at Varanasi, and as the course of Ganga flows through Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, then Bangladesh. And sir, the ship traveled to through this location to Bangladesh, and from Bangladesh,
So
the confluence
where
of
from
Ganga.
West Bengal it entered into Bangladesh? Which part of Bangladesh and which part of West Bengal?
Sir, it is the Farakka barrage, sir. Through
Okay,
the Farakka barrage, and uh, after the confluence of Ganga and Brahmaputra, the ship took the left turn and travel upward uh, through the Brahmaputra rivers, from earlier from Bangladesh. Then after the Brahmaputra's earlier riparian state, that is Assam, and through Assam it reached to Guwahati, the capital of the state Assam.
okay. What Brahmaputra river is known in China?
Sir, it is known as Yangtze.
Okay. So is China trying to control the water of the Brahmaputra? Do we have got some information?
Sir, yes, sir. There has been instances of construction of 3 dams by China across the Brahmaputra in upper state to transfer this water to the mainland China,
Okay.
which can cause low supply of water to the states of northeastern state Assam, and which can uh, impact the river regime and the ecosystem of the river.
Okay, good. What is the Siliguri corridor? Why it is known as chicken neck area?
Sir, it is part of northern West Bengal, where the border between India's two neighbors, that is Bangladesh on southeastern side, south, yes, sir, southeastern side, and Nepal on northwestern side. The corridor is of length 20 to 28 kilometer, and it
Nepal or
is
China? Are you talking China or Nepal?
yeah, it is Nepal, sir, between Nepal and West Bengal, and there has been this connects to the seven sister, that is of the seven states of northeastern. And it has been in news because of the Doklam standoff between Indian
No,
troops
no,
in.
you were, may correct you. If you are talking Nepal, it means there is no threat to us from Nepal and no threat to us from Bangladesh. Then why we are calling it chicken neck?
Yes, sir. I mentioned about the distance between the two. That is a very narrow patch of 20 to 28 kilometer, and because the China is in northern border, which can have access to that chicken corridor, and at the time of war or say aggression, it can be controlled easily, and the northeastern states can be cut off by controlling just that 20 to 20 kilometer 28 kilometers of the patch, and because of that it has got tremendous importance to secure the northeastern's interest in interest of India, and we are focusing on developing infrastructure in that region, having proper air force supply. Then in case of connectivity to northeastern state, we are having act east policy in place, which has one of the its component that connecting northeastern state through sea route and through land route from Bangladesh and Myanmar to the northeastern state, namely Mizoram, Nagaland, and Manipur.
Okay, good. What are the reasons that this conflict between Ukraine and Russia is not coming to an end?
Sir, since start of war between Russia and Ukraine on 24th February 2022, Russia has upper hand, but with rise of supply from the Western countries, specifically the NATO groups headed by uh, America, these supplied Ukraine with connectivity and the arms and ammunition to the Ukraine, and the Starlink project of Elon Musk, which has been used by Ukraine to uh, to have proper communication, and also for information management, which can be used or say used to misguide the Russian troops. Because of that,
Okay. Yes, yes, continue, continue.
because of that, sir, Ukraine has got uh, has given a tough fight to the Russia, considering Russia's superiority with respect to tanks and arms and ammunition. But the supply from NATO groups led by USA has given which has given arms and ammunition to Ukraine, and because of that, Ukraine has been sustaining the war, and it is kind of becoming an unending war.
Okay. Is this Zelensky? Earlier we used to talk before the commencement of war and during the 1 month of war that he's a humorist, he's a cartoonist, he won't be a good leader. But he has displayed very good qualities of leadership where, since the Ukraine and Russia have entered into the war. Tomorrow you will also become leader. So what qualities of Zelensky do you think are good, which should be imbibed?
Sir, first thing is that when war broke, instead there has been some discussion that he has given some safe passage by Western countries, but he denied that, and he stayed there as a responsible leader. That responsibility of one's troop, one's company is utmost importance. Then, sir, leading from front as the war was on going on, so many of the time he made his army commando and armed forces on ground, which shows the proper connection between leader and the masses, which can be also with respect to, sir, in CAPF.
And he's distributing the medals on the ground itself.
Yes, sir, which ultimately boosts the morale of force.
And what is the last quality, third quality, would you like to say?
Sir, he kept the forces engaged throughout the period, and uh, which raised the morale of the forces, and the forces never felt demoralized. Because of that, uh,
He
he
is moving from
the
one country to another country. He is meeting all the leaders of the country of the world and stating that, look, we need your help. Ukraine is facing humanitarian crisis, so do come and help us. He is addressing
yes,
all the parliaments. He has addressed the
yes, sir.
of USA, Parliament of England, Parliament of Germany, Parliament of France, and so this is the quality of a leader which should be imbibed.
Yes, sir.
Okay. India has brought fuel from Russia to a large extent during these war days. And Ukraine is saying that this fuel of Russia smeared with the blood of Ukraine. India should not have done this to us. How do you respond to it?
Sir, as we our need of 85% of oil is catered with import from various countries, and Russia has been offering at discounted rate to India, and one of the major factors is that we can deal the Russian oil companies with without any use of dollar, and we can trade with them with use of rupees. And sir, with respect to another part, sir, whole of the Europe use Russian oil, Russian gas for heating their home appliances, and the each and every part has been using the energy from supplied by Russia. The Nord pipeline, gas pipeline is one of the example. So why uh, there should not be any discussion, or say should not be blame game with respect to India's interest. We are having serving, or say we are uh, focusing our own interest, and just like European countries are focusing on getting cheap gas source, and also the supply of oil and gas is not interrupted.
Okay, good. We'll stop the interview here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.